Yeah.
I have to sit up.
I'm not very good at doing introductions, so I guess we'll just start it. um. Yeah. So aliens.
Welcome to the Alien Podcast.
Did you do any research?
Well, obviously I'm gonna try. No, I was telling you, I just watched that like 2.5 hour video, that Congress meeting of those like whistleblowers that have come in,
Yeah.
kind of putting themselves on the line. That's crazy. Did you watch it?
Not the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I saw the snippet where the guy said, well, he claims he's like, we have alien aircrafts with remains that aren't human
Oh yeah.
from the Earth, and then that was it. It was like
you
took him forever.
You didn't hear
to
about the Tic Tac? The Tic
Oh,
Tac
yeah,
in the
yeah,
sky?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
I think it's just a drone.
You think it's a drone?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because they said it interacted with like the ocean. There was like white water and stuff. But then I'm like, who doesn't know that these things are crawling out of the ocean?
That's what.
Why do we think? How do we just assume it's space?
Like, well, yeah, I was watching this weird video of Tucker Carlson was saying that he was told that there's like aliens in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like they live in the ocean, and then they
They emerge.
out. Yeah.
They emerge from the water. Yeah, because we like barely know anything about the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, what's the inside of the Earth?
Yeah, we don't even know what the inside of the Earth is either.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that all these UFO stories started happening around World War II. And that was kind of the first time where humans were like kind of conquered not the ocean, but they're like regularly traveling the Earth or whatever.
Yeah, maybe became a lot more aware of the space and the atmosphere, maybe just because of the threats and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like there's definitely, especially listening to that like Congress meeting today, it's like there's definitely like there's stuff, but then it makes you wonder, because those guys were like, no, we don't, like, this is beyond the technology we have. We could be in danger. But then it's like, well, they have, like, evidence from, like, the 70s. So it's like, it's been going on for a long time. Maybe we're not. I don't know.
Actually, I should have shared you one of Joe Rogan's podcasts. They had this one guy on who claims, a lot of people think it's fake, but he claims that he worked at Area 51.
Wait, was that the radio show thing? We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something else.
He claims that he worked at Area 51 and like the government like ruined his life because he was spilling the beans. But what he said though was very familiar to what the guy at Congress was saying, was that the government had possession of like these aircrafts, and he was trying to reverse
engineer them.
Yeah, they were trying to reverse engineer them, but he was talking about how like a lot of scientists have died trying to do it.
Yeah. I remember that from the.
Yeah, because he was explaining, his analogy was like if you gave people from like the medieval times a nuclear reactor core, like they would try to kill themselves.
Yeah.
They wouldn't understand like you're not. So it's like
I forgot about that part.
It's very dangerous working with that.
Yeah, I forgot who it was that asked the guy. They're like, do you know anyone that's like been hurt from reverse engineering these? And he's like, pretty much like, yeah. But he kept kind of saying like, there's only so much I can say right now, I guess, because he had another ongoing kind of, I don't know, legal situation. But yeah, because then it made me think like, if you're taking apart something like a nuclear bomb, you don't know.
Yes.
But he even said that. He's like, yeah, people are getting hurt because we just don't know what we're taking apart. I'm like, oh, maybe stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
We probably can't, if these are like creatures or beings from other planets, we probably just can't even begin to understand what they make or what they are, what they can see, you know.
Or like imagine if you have like technology where you're like going, what, like light speed? Like how would you even tinker with something like that? Like, I don't know. That's just crazy.
Yeah, they asked because the dude that, he's like an ex-air, no, he was in the Navy, I think, because they were offshore in San Diego when they saw the Tic Tac. And they're like, basically, like, could a human withstand being on the craft that you saw? And he's like, no way. No way, not the speed and the G-forces and stuff. I don't know what the capacities are for humans, but anyway, it was way beyond that.
But you know what? That would actually make sense. Now that you bring that up, like the G-forces and stuff, that would make sense that they would be able to be at the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Because if they could be at the bottom of the ocean, they can, or if they can go that speed, they can withstand the pressure.
The pressure, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, that makes sense that they'd be at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know.
Yeah, and I feel like that'd be easier to conceal.
Yeah.
Because, like, we can see the sky, but we can't, you know, we don't know the depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. It's probably
maybe aliens are like fishes. And they can't even be on, like, land.
Maybe so.
Like, they just blow up.
Yeah. Or maybe that's why they were in, like, a thing that looked like a tank, because they need pressure.
Yeah.
Like fish. Or, like, fish just
I don't know. Maybe we have to become fish to go light speed.
Maybe they're mermaids.
Oh, man. You know what's really funny? I was listening to another podcast, and someone brought up the funny point that mermaids, like a real mermaid, would actually be like see-through and like really freaky looking.
Really?
Because they would be at the bottom of the ocean.
Would they have to be see-through?
Yeah, because they wouldn't. If it was a human, like, it wouldn't look normal. They'd look like a monster, basically.
I bet real mermaids probably don't, look like very attractive.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, who's to say, but that, I guess maybe we're on to something, because who's to say aliens are even built for land?
Yeah.
They might just be water creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't.
You know?
I think after reading about it and listening to interviews and stuff, I've just come to the conclusion, like, we're just probably never going to understand, because we're humans. We're limited, you know? We live in a 3D world. Maybe they have different senses than we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. But we've seen things, so...
They do say that octopuses are, like, really smart.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Signs?
Yeah.
The guy with the farm and the aliens?
Yeah.
That movie used to freak me out.
Me too.
But now I watch it and I laugh. Like the scene at the birthday party or whatever.
Yeah. Dude, that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
And the alien just walks by and he's like super long. And everyone's like freaking out. When I was little, me and all my siblings, we were like terrified. But
dude, when I was a kid, I don't know why, but that scared the shit out of me. And it wasn't even anything. It was just like a basic alien. And I watch it now, I'm like, why was I so scared of that?
The end's pretty intense though, from what I remember. They break into the house and they're like hiding in the basement.
But then they find out that water destroys them.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Really.
That was one way to wrap the story up. Yeah, because then those aliens were mean. Mm-hmm. But then you've got like E.T. He's nice. You know, he's a nice alien.
E.T. I haven't seen E.T. in so long.
Yeah, me
I think the last time I've seen E.T. was when it was on VHS.
Yeah.
I gotta see that movie again, because I remember it was a good movie.
Yeah, we should have watched that in prep for this.
But his body doesn't make any sense.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
Like,
what kind of alien body makes sense to you?
Well, the guy, he would get eaten by a predator in no time. He can't, like, run or walk, or he barely walks. He just, like,
I guess
waddles around.
He didn't, like, fly or nothing.
Well, I guess he's got that finger. Maybe he could, like blow stuff up with his finger or something.
He has the force.
Yeah, he's got the force.
He can make people levitate and choke them. Probably. They probably just didn't show that part in the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't show all his powers.
It was a kid's movie. They don't show you the part where he could just, like, strangle you with his force.
Yeah. No. Surely. Yeah, what about, like, I feel like there's lots of accounts of, like, alien abductions, too. But you don't, like...
Yeah, there's been stories.
Only if you research it, but...
Yeah.
I'm, like, kind of curious about that. Cause I'm like, are people just having, like, wicked dreams? Are they high?
I heard that, too.
Or is it real?
I've heard that, too, where some sleep experts are, like... there's some people out there who have, like, very vivid nightmares. And it always tends to be alien-like nightmares.
Yeah, I've never had
and they can't like wake up out of it or whatever.
I follow this one girl, I don't know what her name is, but I heard her on a different podcast and I just thought this is just so funny, I gotta follow her. But she claims to be an alien. And she goes which is like I don't know. What?
What does she do?
Well, so she goes to these, like, I'm not joking, I should pull up her page. She goes to these, like, intergalactic, like, meetings with other representatives from different universes. I'm not joking. And then, and it's very interesting. She'll, like, talk about what all's going on in the universe and how Earth is, like, this experiential planet. But that there's, like, a lot of bad stuff going on and blah, blah, blah.
Like, throughout the universe?
Throughout the universe, but I guess, like, Earth is, like, the talk of the town.
So we're the freaking reality show?
I think so. That's what she makes it sound like. There's this lady, she's super old. I actually don't know if she's still alive. She wrote books about, she would hypnotize people. Her name's Dolores Cannon. And she'd write books, she'd hypnotize people and take them back to their past lives. And, she had crazy stories about Earth. Like, she would take people, sometimes they didn't live on Earth. Sometimes they lived on other planets in their past lives. And those people, too, based off her accounts, Earth is like the reality TV show. Like, that's where you go to have a very interesting life. Or to pay your dues. But anyway, that's taking us off the alien topic. That's Reincarnation.
Oh,
that
she's talking about that lady?
But the lady who claimed to be an alien, obviously, she's...
What do you think about Reincarnation, though?
I don't know. Listening to that lady hypnotize people kind of got me thinking, like... But she would, like, hypnotize people and they would be, like, trees in past lives.
But because it's, like... I mean...
That's a long life.
To me, it makes sense because, like, I'm living right now, but, like, someone in the past, like a historical figure, like, he or she was alive at one point.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, they say,
like, I mean, we're nothing at some point, but I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, the concept of the soul is bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, I read some books that talk about how, like, your soul evolves over different lives. Like literally when you meet someone with an old soul, like, they literally have an old soul because they've had so many lives. But then it still makes you wonder, like, okay, so when someone's soul gets old enough, then what? How are new souls made? Or, I don't know. But, I don't know. Reincarnation's an interesting concept.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, people are constantly, like, dying, but on the flip side, people are constantly being born.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like the moment you pass away, does that mean, like, all of a sudden you're born again?
Yeah.
In, like, a different body?
I don't know. I wonder what, like, all the religious folk think, you know? Because
to me, I think that makes more sense. Like, you just like live another life.
Might as well.
Like, you just don't have any control over it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because some lives think about coming into a life as, like, a fly. It's like...
Yeah, or just whatever life it is.
and then you can turn into something else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird though being like a human with a human soul because it's so complex. Whereas like fish, what are they thinking about? You know?
Yeah, they don't think.
They don't think about nothing. We don't
anything.
know.
Or maybe, for all we know, maybe all the animals and insects are going, gosh dang it, maybe this time I'll be a human.
Maybe.
When I die.
That was one of the...
They're all thinking, when will I be a dog at least? Like, to be a pet.
You know what's funny? That lady that hypnotized people, she would take people back, and then she discovered that basically, and this is according to her interviews and hypnotism sessions, people would go to like an in-between kind of sort of place, and based off of how their previous life went, how good of a whatever soul they were, then they would come back as like something else to basically earn them points to like getting a better life, like being a human or a dog or something. So I guess to be a human's pretty good, maybe. Maybe we got it all wrong.
Yeah, maybe
we're at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, for all we know, the fish are like, thank God I'm a fish.
Right.
Or a dog's going, thank God I'm a dog. I could just sit around,
right,
lick my butt. I don't know.
I think to be a human used to be pretty simple, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Humans are kind of like out in the wild. We're kind of like the worst. Like in terms of like surviving.
Yeah, but then
like we have to like actually make weapons.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we just go.
Right. Like these aliens in the ocean, they're laughing their asses off at us. They think they're so cool, know everything. Little do they know we're hiding in the ocean and we're gonna blow them up.
Yeah. For all we know, they're at the bottom of the ocean and they have like some type of like antenna, and then they could just like watch everywhere.
Right.
It was like, these people are so weird.
These humans.
And then like we heard an explosion. Dumb humans in that submarine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
I feel like that didn't actually happen, but I mean, like, I know it did.
The Titanic submarine.
Yeah. I just can't believe that I don't know. It just seems like to go to that extreme, it wouldn't have just... Do you know what happened to it? I haven't...
Yeah, it imploded.
Really? So, like...
Yeah, they found it.
Yeah.
Because they were all speculating, oh, they're stuck down there, which could have been a possibility, but it imploded. They just like...
Jeez. Man. Who ran that thing?
Some guy with a controller.
No, like, who paid for it? Like, who created that? Who made it happen?
Yeah, it was just like it was just rich people being, like, having fun. Like, to go down it was like $200,000 per ticket.
Yeah. Like, do you know how quickly it, like, failed after they left?
Like, it was like about... Because I guess the whole journey was like 4 hours. And from the sound of it, it sounded like... I don't know how it works, but they managed to get down towards the Titanic within an hour, and then that's when it failed. It was almost like they went down too fast, and then they... this is just all speculation, because... Someone released like the...
No one knows for sure yet.
Someone released the text messages between the boat and the sub. And if it is true, they heard cracking and they're trying to get back up, but they just couldn't get back up fast enough, and it just like imploded.
Man. That was crazy.
And what's scary is if the text messages were like real, they had about 20 minutes like hearing cracking the whole time. Like, knowing they were about to, like, get crushed.
Yeah, that's wild. That just seems so wild that people would pay that much money, and then I don't know, like, they didn't have better engineering than that.
Well, the problem is that, that submarine was made out of carbon fiber.
Okay.
So, like, someone on Twitter basically said it's like gluing string together. Yeah, like
weaving.
It's like.
Yeah.
But so
carbon fibers.
Yeah, it was carbon fiber. The main tube was like carbon fiber, and then they had like a metal thing on the front, like the door, which is like metal. And a lot of submarine experts were saying like that's like a big no-no. If you're making a submarine, it should all just be one continuous like metal.
Like one material.
Yeah, just one no. I mean, the only thing that breaks open is the hatch.
Yeah.
But everything else should just be one.
Gotcha.
Because they were saying when, like a lot of experts were saying, like when you're that deep, the only thing you should be concerned about is either running out of air or getting stuck. And they're like, you should not be worried about imploding.
Weird. Yeah.
So they're like they did it like the opposite. It was like I don't know. They were trying to warn them for a long time. Like you guys did not make it good.
Yeah, I guess that's why I'm just like who was in charge of that and like why didn't they do more testing?
Yeah. So the guy who was in charge, I mean it was a wealthy guy who it was cheaper to make it carbon fiber and they went through like one or two tests, and he's like, "This is great." The guy was
this works.
Yeah, the guy was kind of cocky.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they went down to the Titanic plenty of times, but a lot of experts were trying to warn him. He even fired someone, like an engineer. Engineer was like trying to warn him, like, "Hey, this isn't safe," and he fired him and kept.
That's how accidents happen. They say like what is it, 90, 95. I don't know, we're going to have to double check my number later, but most, like, even aviation events and accidents they're actually not due to, like, structural or, like, the actual plane. It's always due to the pilot being, like, cocky or
and James
just wants to get somewhere.
And believe it or not, the guy who directed Titanic, James Cameron or whatever, he is in that field. Like, he went down... He like broke the record to like going down the deepest in the ocean and stuff.
Oh.
And he was saying he's like it's very ironic how like that submarine imploded by like the same standards of how the Titanic sank.
Yeah.
Because everyone was warning the captain, don't go at night time. There's a bunch of icebergs, and he's like, nah.
Yeah.
And he went at night time. Next thing you know, the Titanic sank. And then he's like, it's just very like ironic that this thing imploded, almost because of the same. Like he just wasn't listening to any warnings.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit that too. That had to do with when Kobe Bryant died in the helicopter.
I remember that.
I think there was a little. I don't know. I remember talking to somebody about it, and a lot. I think it was a lot due to the pilot.
Yeah, it was like weather warnings.
Yeah, it was foggy, and I think ATC was trying to talk to him and help him get around, because they ended up flying into the side of the mountain, which, believe it or not, is actually one of the leading causes of aviation crashes. People flying into the side of mountains, just not paying attention or being on autopilot or whatever. But I guess there was some negligence in the communication from what I know about it. Which is kind of sad, but. Sounds like kind of happened with the submarine too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or the aliens got it. We don't know.
The aliens got it. No,
that so there's like the Tic Tac video, but then the other guy on the Congress meeting was talking about spheres with the cubes inside of them. Did you see that part?
No.
Yeah, he was more so representing like the commercial airliners. I don't know what his exact role was, but apparently commercial pilots have like a lot of sightings, but they don't have like a proper way to like report things.
Mm-hmm.
/ I think a lot of the pilots don't want people to think they're cuckoo, so so their jobs get stripped of them. But that guy was like trying to help represent them, but he said that they had seen more like they're like these dark grayish black cubes inside of glass spheres. And they would just be in one place at one second and then boop, gone the next.
Huh.
And I was like, that doesn't sound like the Tic Tac. So I think we've got a couple of things we got to figure out.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, now on the flip side though, Elon Musk, who sends rockets up into space.
Oh yeah, and everyone thinks his Starlink thing is a UFO.
Well,
oh wait, sorry, you're talking about. Continue.
Well, yeah, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and Joe Rogan is like a big UFO guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he asked him, he's like, "What do you think of UFOs?" He's like, "They're not real." Like
Elon Musk said they're not real.
Yeah, he's like, "Why don't you think they're real?" And Elon Musk was just like, basically, it's like, "Dude, I send rockets up in space every day, and we don't see jack shit."
Really?
So he's like, "Trust me. The moment I see something, I'll let everyone know." But he says
I gotta go listen to that.
He claims he's never seen anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting because I mean they send stuff in space.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like he would say too if he had seen.
But
something.
maybe that's a different type of like travel though, because you're just going up.
Yeah.
You're not like flying horizontally, seeing what's going up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be that if you're constantly just looking up, you're not going to see what's,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why they were saying, like, commercial pilots seem a lot, because they're on those, like,
long,
they're cruising up on, like, 40,000 feet.
And they're just going straight.
Yeah. So, I don't know. No, I thought you were going to say something about the Starlink satellite.
Oh.
Everyone thinks that's an alien. Do you know what I'm talking about in the sky?
It's
like the lights in a big row.
Yeah, that's the Starlink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They're his like satellite.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the purpose of it is.
That's free. Well, not free internet. That's supposed to be internet anywhere around the world.
Oh.
So like his idea, he's like, Starlink is supposed to give people internet no matter where you're at. So you could be in the middle of nowhere and get internet.
Right.
And I guess the idea,
but it's not like going yet, right? Because
I mean,
they're trying. They're troubleshooting.
That's what his end goal is.
Gotcha.
So like the whole purpose of it is like to uplift, like, I don't know, rural areas like Africa, nations or whatever, without having to build like the infrastructure. It'd be cheaper. So, like, I don't know, the whole purpose of it is, like, try to connect the entire world.
Gotcha.
Without having to, like, I don't know, destroy the environment.
Right.
It could just
it's like,
in space.
The Tesla towers, like the
almost, yeah. Like
but that would actually, right. The satellite is a little bit more advanced, because the towers, you would have to actually build those.
Mm-hmm.
But Tesla just, like, died out of nowhere, so... Obviously, he was on to something. Elon Musk hasn't died, though. No. He probably won't. He's too big.
Yeah.
Don't you think? He probably won't get murdered. His ideas. Like, threatening,
I mean, he did...
Like, he's made too big of a name for himself, I think.
He did state after he bought Twitter that he's no longer, like, shaking people's hands or, like... Yeah. He's no longer... He's, like, limiting his, like, public appearance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I guess people really pissed people off, him buying
Twitter has become the, like, funniest thing from what it was to what it is now. Well, I'm not even on Twitter.
It's a shit show.
I used to be on Twitter.
Yeah. I got suspended yesterday.
Why? What did you do?
I made fun of I got in an argument with a troll account. And, like, the profile picture was a dog. And I thought it was a joke. But apparently it was violent speech. I said, this dog is out of control. It needs his balls chopped off. And I got suspended for that. Because that was violent speech, yeah.
I thought... I wouldn't call that... You're referring to a dog's balls. It's not...
I mean, the guy was predicting himself as a dog, though.
Yeah, so it's his... I feel like that's on him. Or her.
Yeah.
Do we know?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what they were, but...
I'm like,
that's...
come on.
But I thought because Elon Musk bought Twitter, right?
Yeah.
I would have thought maybe I don't know, you wouldn't get, like... I thought it was kind of like what's the word? Just like free game.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. Because I've been suspended multiple times from that site. And every single time it was over dumb stuff like that. Like nothing political, nothing like groundbreaking. It was just some stupid joke. I remember last year I got suspended because someone had posted like a picture of a wedding at a gas station, and she was like, "Oh, the economy is so bad that people are having weddings at gas stations." And I posted a joke. I thought it was a joke. I posted something going, "Oh, white trash will be white trash," and that was considered hate speech.
I'm surprised by that.
I was like, really?
Because it's not. Yeah. Man, I wonder how many people get banned then, because there's way worse stuff than that. I mean, the dog thing's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly a joke if you're looking at if you look at the whole thread.
Yeah.
Like,
that suspender was laughing. The person that suspended you.
Stupid. I think it's bots because
that's probably true.
I searched on Twitter suspension or whatever.
Yeah.
And I saw Elon Musk post the other day. He was like, "Yeah, we're still dealing with like the old code that's just suspending people." And he's like, "It takes like he's like, they're still trying to fix it."
Oh, so maybe it's not even like his.
I don't think it's even it's old code.
It's like left over from before he owned it.
Every time I tried to appeal it, I get an email from it's now X. It's not Twitter, but I still get like the Twitter like logo and the Twitter name. It's like not even a part of X. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I'll probably get it back.
One time I got suspended when I was like 8. No, I was probably like 10. I was probably like 10 years old. From this like, do you know what Webkins are?
No.
Well, you could buy these like stuffed animal things, and then you could go register them on this like website, and then you could play with them online. But you could only get an account if you bought the physical thing. So anyway, I called someone a twat one time, and they suspended me. But it was me and my friend.
So dumb.
It was so dumb. I was like, I guess the word twat registered for them to suspend me.
Yeah. The problem is, I think most of it is just bots that are suspending people.
Probably.
And there's just there's not enough humans to actually look. Because if a human looked at that, they wouldn't know. Obviously, it's a joke. God. The profile picture and everything.
Yeah, that's a good joke. I'm disappointed. Yeah, that's funny. Maybe I should join Twitter again.
It was a lot of fun.
You said you could make money on it though.
Yeah, I was about to make money.
Until you got suspended.
Yeah, I was super close. I just needed 500 followers. That was it.
Oh, so you only need a certain amount of followers, and then you can start making money?
So you had to be verified. So to do that, you had to subscribe $8 a month.
Oh.
But that proved that you're a real person.
Gotcha.
And then originally you had to have a shitload of impressions that I wasn't at. But he lowered it to just a few million, and I was hitting that threshold. I was hitting a few million impressions a month. So the last thing I needed was 500. I was at 490 followers. I just needed 500, and I got suspended.
But you'll come back.
I think I will.
You don't know how long you're suspended for?
I don't know. That's the problem. Last time I was suspended, it was for an entire year.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Did you have to make a new account, or did you just wait it out?
No, I just waited it out. I just got on one day. I was like, "Hey, I'm back."
I'm back, baby.
But
that's funny.
But that was only because Elon Musk bought it, though.
And
he was changing things. At the time, I was permanently suspended.
Like with the previous
suspended
owners.
Again, but I don't know.
Man, one dog joke really did you in.
I'll get back eventually.
You'll be back.
It's just
what are the major changes to Twitter?
Well,
since he's bought it.
He stripped away all blue check marks. So in order to get the check mark, you have to subscribe $8 a month.
Okay.
So his theory around that is that it will get rid of the bots.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you get the check mark, your comments are automatically placed at the top. Above all unchecked mark people.
Yeah.
So he was saying, he was claiming that if we suppress the unverified accounts, then bots will just go away.
Sure.
Because I mean, you would have to be like a billionaire to make a bot farm for $8 a month, you know? Like, it would just be unrealistic.
There are a lot of bots on the internet.
Yeah, because he was saying it's like a cent a bot.
Yeah.
And, like, in order to get rid of the bots, you'd have to, like, give people reasons to verify.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun because, like, for a while I was verified, and there was, like, a 50-50 chance a celebrity saw my comment. Like, no matter what.
Oh,
because I was placed
see.
above everyone else.
Yeah.
Because I was verified.
Did a lot of people stop using Twitter when he bought it?
Oh, no. That platform's on fire right now.
Really?
Yeah. It's
interesting.
insane.
Yeah.
But now I'm suspended. So I can't do anything about it. But at one point, not joking, at one point, Don Jr. liked a few of my tweets.
That's something to write home about.
Hell yeah. But I got suspended. I can't show you the proof.
Yeah. It didn't happen. Kidding.
But, yeah. I got to interact with some famous YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
That's pretty cool.
But can't do anything about it.
Well, at least you can make podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a good YouTube channel going, so.
Yeah.
Still got that.
What kind of YouTube stuff are you doing now?
Mainly just doing like AI content.
Oh.
Making AI newscasts.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's got mixed reactions. Like some people are like, this is too disturbing. This is weird.
Yeah.
And other people are
Have
like,
you done an alien one?
Not yet. Well, no, not yet.
No.
Not an alien one.
Well, you should.
I should. But speaking of AI, a lot of people are calling AI like almost like an alien intelligence.
Ooh, dun dun.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're like, it's not artificial intelligence. They're like, it's almost like an alien intelligence.
powered by aliens. Oh no. Digging ourselves a deeper hole here.
What do you think about AI, though? Because they're saying, like, if AI becomes too intelligent, like if it becomes sentient, then we're fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's too smart. And it's almost like alien to us.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know what it's going to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you have Snapchat?
I do.
Do you have that little AI thing?
I never messed around with that.
That thing's
you?
weird. Yeah, you like talk to it. You like talk to it. You can send it pictures.
I've talked to GPT.
Okay, that's probably similar.
Yeah, like you actually can have conversations with it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Like I've had nights where I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go to bed. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm like spending all night chatting with this stupid thing. Because it just never ends, you know? It's
right.
Like instant.
Yeah. Yeah. One time I sent it a picture of a tree that I thought was pretty, and I said, what kind of tree is this? And they said it looks like a maple. It definitely wasn't a maple, so it's not that smart, but...
Yeah, it's not... Sometimes it's not that smart.
Yeah. But like that Google, you can use the Google app and like take pictures of things, and it'll search based off your picture, which I'm guessing is another form of AI kind of sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. Some of my students were telling me that the AI, like Snapchat, for example, like it tries to understand your personality kind of, and like
it probably gets better over time.
Yeah, like it gets to know you and like speaks in a language or speaks in a way that like I guess you kind of speak. I don't know, like the way you type, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Have you seen Westworld?
No, what's Westworld?
Westworld is it's a show. It's like on HBO or whatever, but it's they developed this AI world with bots that look and talk like humans, and you pay like $40,000 a day or something, and you get to go like play in this make-believe world, but you get to like interact with people, but they're robots. But it's like, it's kind of weird because, it just gets a little freaky because then they end up like kind of figuring out like they're not real.
Is this like a movie or something?
It's a show.
Oh, show? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just kind of weird. But I mean, I know a lot of people like it. It's a good show, but then it's like makes you think like, with all this AI stuff coming out, when are they going to start making human robots. And then how are we gonna know what's real?
Yeah, that's what's... Well, so, like, one thing what's comical is that, have you noticed AI does not do math well?
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, like, give it, like, a complex... I only know this because I'm not good with math. But if you give it, like, a complex math problem...
Yeah.
It'll give you one answer, and then you Google the actual answer to that math problem, and Google will give you a completely different answer.
Huh.
And then you give that answer to the AI, and the AI goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. This is the answer." And then you re-enter it in, and then it gives you a different answer. It gives you a different answer. Like, the AI doesn't know how to do math. It's kind of comical.
That is kind of funny.
Like, what the fuck is it doing? Like, it's just making shit up. Like, I don't know what the right answer is.
What's a complicated math problem?
Well, like, you know, the simple
algebra?
Yeah, where it has, like, it'll say, like, 3 plus 4, and then times 5 divided by, like, 6.
So you're telling me the AI doesn't know how to do PEMDAS?
Is that what that is?
Well, like, doing things in the right order to do it properly? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
So
because calculators do that. Why don't they just put a calculator up in there?
Yeah, I've had calculators that can do that. But it's funny because you try doing it on the AI, it doesn't know it, and then you tell it.
Work in progress.
The comical thing is you correct it, and it goes, "Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry." And then you give it the problem again, like, solve this then, and then it gives you the wrong answer. It's so funny.
They're trying. Yeah, no, I think a lot of, like, I know that we had, like, a meeting about AI, like, the teacher community, because it's, like, kids are just writing essays, but I don't...
It's not that smart yet. Like,
I think you can tell, though, when... You can still tell, especially, like, a young kid, like, I'm not too worried about...
Yeah.
In the teaching world. I also, like, am not an English teacher, so I don't really... But... I think there could be benefits to it.
There are.
Like a kid comparing their essay to, like, a well-written one or an AI constructed one, and then taking the best out of both. But
well, the problem is like, when I do my newscast, all I do is I'll open up ChatGPT and I'll give it, like, the basic information of a story.
Yeah.
Like, what happened. Because I'm not that good at writing. But I just, like, give it, like, the basic information.
Do you, like, make up a story?
No, I do real stories.
Oh, so your news videos are, like, actual news?
Yeah. Oh. But I just give it, like, the main... I try to write it myself, and I, like, press enter, and then it does, like, a more fine-tuned...
Yeah.
But what happens is it will actually start they call it hallucinations. It'll actually start putting in things that never happened.
Oh,
like, it'll actually start writing stuff that aren't even real.
Jeez.
Like, it'll make up politicians, and it'll make up, like, final outcomes of a story, and it'll start, like, the first few paragraphs are accurate, and then, like, the last 3 paragraphs, it just goes off the rails. It just starts,
a little crazy.
Yeah, it just starts making its own. It goes, and then Mayor, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, that's not even a real person. Like, came out and said this and that, and everyone was happy, and it just starts making shit up. You're like, none of that happened.
Yeah. I guess that would be the crazy part then, if it's starting to make stuff up.
Yeah, it makes stuff up. So, like, that's why I wouldn't be concerned as a teacher, what I was saying is, I don't think teachers should be that worried, because if a kid is that lazy and he puts in, like, write an essay and then he just copies and pastes it, like, you're gonna know pretty fast. Like, AI makes up shit.
Yeah.
It's interesting stuff, but a lot of it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the craziest thing too is sometimes I have to stop it, because it'll just keep going on and on and on and on and on.
That's weird.
I'm like, this, just stop. Like, none of this is useful information.
Yeah, I haven't messed with it.
It just, like, it can just keep writing.
Jeez.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I always think that when, like, new technology comes out, I'm like, if someone, especially, I guess, being a teacher, I'm like, if they're, like, lazy enough to do that. I mean, I used to buy subscriptions to, like, websites that had, like, all the answers to every textbook known to man. But, I mean, like, I would use it for my benefit. At the end of the day, like, if you're going to be lazy, you're going to be lazy for forever. It's not going to...
Yeah. No, you just have to be smart about it.
Well, yeah, use it properly.
Yeah. There's lazy... Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I was in high school, I cheated. I needed Spanish 1 to graduate, like, no matter what.
Right.
So I sacrificed my photography class because I discovered on their iMacs that they had translators on them. So you could type anything in English and give you it in Spanish, or you could type anything in Spanish and give you it in English. So I was taking like these first grader stories, because I mean there's hardly any text to them.
Yeah.
I was taking these first grader stories, typing in all the text, and then just translating it to English. And I swear I went from an F. And within a week, I went from an F to like an A+.
Man.
I knew words that the teacher didn't even know.
You knew them.
Yeah, I was so. But then my speeches weren't that good. I was like, oh shit! Now I have to speak. So I kind of I leveled that at like a B.
Yeah. No, my favorite thing to do is like if kids are giving presentations or whatever, and I can tell like. I can obviously tell when like kids are with it when they're not, or they're just trying to skim by or whatever, and I'll ask them like, oh yeah, where'd you get that information, or like just try to like just roast them a little bit, and I've had kids be like, you know what, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. But I respect that. I'm like, all right, own up to it. But fortunately I don't have to deal with that as much, but. May the record show I am a teacher, and Max just told me that he cheated his way through high school.
I remember, I don't think you were, like, old enough to remember this, but I remember when I was in, like, 6th and 7th grade, the search, like, Google wasn't, like, the primary search engine. It was, like, Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Google.
Yeah. I have a Yahoo Mail account.
Some freaking students were like, "Ooh, you have to do Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves is the best one."
Yeah.
That was dumb.
I kind of remember that, but
yeah, there was like all these different search engines. And then the number one website we weren't supposed to use was Wikipedia, but everyone still used Wikipedia. But which was comical because we would just I would just find myself on the most obscure websites of all time, just nothing but text, and just assuming it was right.
Yeah. You're talking about Wikipedia, right?
No, not Wikipedia, just anything but Wikipedia.
Oh,
I would just go. Yeah. I would just find the most bizarre websites that would talk about King Tut or whatever. I'm like, this is definitely. It's not Wikipedia. It's definitely got to be real. It's got a brown background with a picture. Definitely real.
Brown background.
I think back at it, I'm like, that could have been anyone. That could have been Joe Schmo, like making up a website.
Yeah. I guess
Wikipedia.
Yeah. Wikipedia just became known for that. What is it? I had my students actually doing a research. They're researching historical AV like aerospace events. And I had several kids ask me if they could use Wikipedia, and I'm like, no. But also, like, yeah, I guess, because I don't, like, it's probably true, right? What does Michael Scott say? Wikipedia is the best. Do you watch The Office?
Yeah.
He's like,
it depends. I think it depends on what you're looking at. Yeah. If you're looking at something hyper, like, polarizing, like Trump, it's probably not real.
Yeah.
Or if you're
something
looking
controversial,
at something like modern, it's probably not real. But I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I just thought it was so funny. I'd be in middle school, and then you'd be researching something, and then at the very bottom, you'd like see like this shiny like GIF, and it's like, you can win an iPod if you click on this, and then you're like, I gotta click on it. You click on it, and then it's like viruses.
I can't say I clicked on those.
Or yeah, you could win $1 million, or alert, you won $1 million.
And you'd click on those.
Yeah.
Classic.
Because I was young and stupid.
I forget they used to have ads like that on the internet.
Yeah.
Did you have MySpace?
No. Well, yeah, when I was a kid, I downloaded a lot of viruses. back in the Windows XP days.
You're saying you don't do that anymore, though?
No. Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I gotta try to download this video game for free.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Did you download all your music illegally?
I wasn't a music guy. I was more like a video game guy.
Yeah, that's...
I was like trying to get video games for free.
Yeah.
But I think my brother was like doing the whole like LimeWire shit.
Yeah, I would take YouTube links and put it into this website, and it would convert the video to audio.
Yeah, I still do that.
You can still do that?
Yeah.
Wow. You're gonna show me. Just kidding.
No,
Well, I have Spotify.
You just Google search download YouTube videos, and it's like the top one.
Is it illegal?
There's ways around it. So what happens is, I think they found a legal loophole. So what happens is you put the URL in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hit download, and what it does is it downloads the video like as like you're watching it.
Yep.
And then on the bottom right, you click like a little like button, and then it says download, and you download it. Or I've seen other websites where you put in the URL and you hit download, and then you right click and you do the save as video. Or there's
you
like
can do this from YouTube?
Yeah. But I don't know how to explain it. It's like a lot of people just don't know it.
Yep.
It's like a loophole.
Interesting. Yeah.
But like, yeah, for the most part, if you try to just click on all the buttons, you're probably just going to get a virus. Like if you try to click on all the download buttons, it's just like, it's just a landmine. You decide, I don't know, I just know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, sometimes there's YouTube videos or you want the music from that and you can't find that version on like Spotify or nothing, but you can download it, but I just don't know how legal that is. But then I also know you probably noticed posting YouTube videos, you can't put like actual music in them, right?
No, you'll get a copyright notice. Most of the time you'll just get what happens is it strips away ad money. Or in most cases, it not only strips away ad money, the creator of the song gets all the ad money.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, if you take like, that's just for music. If you take like a full-blown episode of The Office and were to upload it, that shit immediately will get. You'll get a copyright strike, which means if you do it 2 more times, you're like gone forever.
You're banished.
Yeah,
just like you are on Twitter.
Yeah, so there's a difference between there's copyright claims, and then there's just a strike. And a strike is if like you're blatantly, like you can't just blatantly take a whole movie and upload it. Like you'll get a strike. It's super easy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you make like your own music video, most of the time it'll just demonetize it, and then it'll just say, you don't get any money, bitch.
Bitch. Yeah.
Or worst
that
case,
makes sense.
Or worst case, it'll be like, not only will you not get any money, but sometimes it's like, this video is blocked in Vietnam, or some random shit like that. Like, this video can't be viewed in Germany, and like just all these weird like copyright laws. Like, okay, I don't care. It's really weird.
Well, I know this podcast is about aliens. Any more alien topics you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, aliens. Yeah.
Back to aliens.
Back to aliens. Me and my brother were actually talking about this. What are your thoughts about like ancient Egypt? Like how they built the pyramids and shit.
I don't. So, do you watch Ancient Aliens? The show?
Some of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have different theories about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we know for sure how they did that, right?
No, people still to this day, like experts, they all can't come to the same conclusion
of like how they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like simple machines, just like using simple machines, but
I was telling Eddie,
that's
maybe
pretty intensive.
I mean, I have a few theories. Either aliens were helping them, or maybe they were more smart than we realized.
Maybe, yeah.
And maybe they actually had advanced technology back then.
Yeah.
But when society like collapses like that, a lot of that machinery is just gonna disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just disintegrate.
Do we have any evidence as to how long it took for them to construct that?
They were a lot of experts were thinking it probably took them like 50 to 100 years.
Yeah. Because I'm just thinking like...
And that's like I think they're basing that off of... Yeah, that's just if it wasn't even... Yeah. I don't know how they came up with that.
Yeah. Well, of course, if you watch an episode of Ancient Aliens, it always ties those things back to alien interaction.
Now, here's my third theory.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you have three.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your first?
The first was aliens helped them.
Okay.
The second was maybe they were just smarter than we realized.
But that they built it without aliens.
Yeah, that they had like advanced technology.
Oh. Okay.
That we just don't know they had.
Okay.
And then number 3 is they were the aliens.
Dun dun. The Egyptians.
Yeah.
So why do you think that?
Not just the Egyptians, but all the ancient ones around.
Just the people of that community.
Yeah. So my theory is what if they were the aliens that just like came to Earth?
Yeah.
Built all these amazing things, and then for whatever reason they either had to leave or they like just went extinct. Yeah. And then we were stuck with all the dumb ones.
Oh my gosh, you know what I watched?
And we're the dumb ones that were left over. Like, oh, I don't...
Have you seen Idiocracy?
Yeah.
I watched that.
Like that.
I watched that yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I watched that. And kind
of the same theory, like, just got dumber.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think you've got some good, solid theories. But don't... Like, okay, so the pyramids were built, though, they were like tombs, right?
Yeah.
So the remains of the people that were in there, those were humans, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, but you're saying, like, maybe the people that built it were aliens, and then they just...
Well, no, what I'm saying is...
Your third theory. No, your first theory.
Oh, the first theory, yeah. Aliens helped them or something.
Okay.
Like gods or something. That's the ancient alien theory, right?
Right.
Because they always say that gods came from the sky and stuff.
Right.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, what if they were just the aliens to begin with, and then they're like, oh shit, a natural disaster is coming, let's get the fuck off this planet, and they just like left.
Comets.
And then they just left behind all the dumb ones. It's like, and everyone's going, what is this, man? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because like, we're dumb compared to them. Like Idiocracy is what.
Yeah, like the smart ones left.
Yeah.
The smart ones are like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a more advanced planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I belong.
And then they leave behind their dumb uncle, who
reproduces and makes more dumb children.
Just stupid.
The funniest part of Idiocracy to me was the way they talked. Like nothing was enunciated or. It's like. Just because you're dumb, you just like can't even talk normal. Yeah. It's just so funny.
I like the part where he's like, he's going into prison. He's like, hey, I'm supposed to be getting out of prison. The guard like slaps on the head. He's like, you idiot, you're supposed to be in that line.
He's like, oh my bad. Yeah.
It's like,
well, that was a silly movie. Yeah, at first I was like, okay, I don't know if this is gonna be good, but then the more I watched it, I was like, it's kind of funny.
But it's kind of scary because
it is kind of scary.
It's kind of true.
But then it made me think, like, I don't know if people are getting more dumb or more smart.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
I don't know, because sometimes I get, like, the teeny boppers in my class, because I teach high school, and I'm like, dang, how do you know? Like, I give them, like, a software to learn, and they just, like,
yeah.
I think that they're just smart in different ways.
Yeah.
But then if they had to live in the circumstances that, like, people lived in, I don't know, 50 years ago, then we would appear dumb, because it's like, how do we do that?
Well, it's the funny, like, have you seen the videos of younger kids? They don't know how to use, like, an old-style phone. what is that called?
Oh, yeah. The, like, rotary thing.
Yeah, the rotary. They don't know how to use one. So they'll be sitting there for like 10 minutes, like trying to figure out how to use it, like trying to push the buttons.
Yeah.
Like just doing all this weird shit with it.
Yeah.
Like, and the older people are just like laughing at them.
Yeah. But then you watch like a really old person try to use like an iPhone.
Yeah, they don't know how to use it.
They're like
my dad. Oh my gosh. Every single time he's like this.
It's just how it is, I guess. Yeah, I think both my parents, they type with the finger.
Yeah, I have to be honest.
But I do that sometimes.
I cringe every time I watch my dad on the computer. I'm just like,
yeah.
Let me do it.
Yeah, because then they'll get really mad. They'll get mad. Like, I feel like if I did something that was old, like if I was trying to use a rotary phone, like I'd sit there and like, maybe it's just me. I'd try to figure it out, like if I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get mad. But I feel like old people using technology, they get really mad.
Well, I mean, to be fair, sometimes if technology's not programmed right,
that's true.
Anyone, any age is gonna get mad at it.
That's true.
Like if it's not good, it's not good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So that's what you and
Whereas like in the real world, if something doesn't work, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the software world, you could have something that's like really clunky and bad that somewhat works.
Yeah, which can be frustrating.
But you can't, you know, if a lawnmower doesn't work, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, technology's a bit different.
Yeah, you could have a lawnmower in a video game where it's like really shitty, but it still works. I don't know.
Yeah. So you and Eddie were talking about like the ancient Egyptians.
Yeah, or just like just the ancient people around the world.
Like or like the Romans. Romans were pretty smart too with their
Yeah, they were pretty smart. Yeah.
But I do think
But they were more like the offspring of, you know, they
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think they were really like I don't know.
It's more
like
impressive.
You look at their architecture, and you can, like, a lot of people can understand how that was made.
Yeah, but the pyramids, people are more, like, confused about.
Yeah, it was, like, so long ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It sure is interesting to think about if there was alien. I feel like they have quite a bit of, like, reasoning to think aliens were involved. Because don't the pyramids, like, also, the way they're oriented, have some sort of significance as far as, like, how the sun and the moon...
That's what I heard. I don't understand that, but I heard about that.
Like, the shadows and the way they're lined up in a certain... Now
like,
that...
they're lined up, like, to the stars.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's some significance the way that they're, like, planned, which does make me wonder, like... Because... If you were in that time period, you didn't have drones. You couldn't get up elevated to be able to do that. So.
But what if they did?
But maybe they did.
Because I mean, this is what I was telling Eddie. Like, if our society right now collapsed, like a lot of this modern stuff we have would not last 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. Like it would degrade.
Oh yeah.
In like a few hundred years, like stuff's not stone.
Yeah.
It's just like
our infrastructure, buildings and
like
stuff.
Metal and plastic.
Yeah.
It's gonna degrade super fast.
Yeah. Where their stuff's still around.
Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, who's to say that they didn't have? Maybe they did have plastic and steel and shit that we didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they did have computers. I don't know.
Yeah, or ways to like do like in-depth designs because I think their designs were, I don't know.
And they just had the smarts to just go, if we want this to last forever, it's gotta be in stone.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Oh, it's kind of interesting. I know there's a lot of controversial things regarding the pyramids. I'd like to think aliens were involved. I'd like to think in general that aliens were nice, you know?
Well,
like, why would they? I don't know. Why wouldn't they be?
I mean, I'm still with the possibility that maybe we are the aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I have a theory. I was telling Eddie, I have a theory, like, the default for every planet might just be dinosaurs. like the first time we were going to find life on another planet, we're going to get all excited, and we're going to be like, oh, it's just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be like, oh, we found another planet with life. It's like, oh,
it's just dinosaurs.
It's just dinosaurs. We can find another, like, oh, it's just dinosaurs. And it's just like, damn it, it's just a bunch of planets with dinosaurs. And I was telling him, who's to say the aliens didn't just send an asteroid to our planet to get rid of dinosaurs?
So,
like, they're like, hey, we want to plant our seed here. Let's just like nudge this asteroid towards this
let's
planet.
just blow these puppies out of the water.
Yeah, get rid of the dinosaurs, and then, hey, now we're here.
Yeah. So we're the aliens.
Yeah.
Hey,
what if we're the aliens?
That's not a bad idea.
Because like I
Theory.
feel like the dinosaurs are like the big insects.
Yeah, they knew that we couldn't.
Like humans wouldn't survive if dinosaurs existed.
Yeah.
So they're like, we gotta fucking get rid of these.
We gotta
motherfuckers.
blow them.
Like who's? I mean, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, or they all crawled into the ocean, and that's where they're hiding.
Yeah, or they could be in the ocean.
The ocean, man. Yeah. Steve's like terrified of the ocean.
Oh, I don't.
He doesn't get in the ocean. Only if he can
I don't know how to
see.
swim very well.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes more sense.
I would never get in the ocean.
Can you tread water?
Not very well.
Really?
I could to save my life, but
You wouldn't do it voluntarily.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it like, hey, let's just tread water for 5
So that's why you didn't fall off the paddleboard during the workout.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty confident that I could get out of that, but
Yeah. Well, you could just swim to the
It just-
paddleboard. No, I'm just laughing because I fell off
Yeah.
the paddleboard.
I don't. It's not something I'm like, yeah, let's just do this for fun.
Yeah. I used to, so I went to college in Rhode Island, and we would drive out to the island of Jamestown, which is a small island, like just kind of in between the main parts of Rhode Island. And we would go and we would swim across this like cove, this ocean cove, to like get on this cliff and go cliff jumping. And I'm like looking back like, why did I do that? I was just swimming in the vast ocean across this.
Shit.
And then I got up on the cliff and I was looking down ready to jump and I could see like a jellyfish.
Oh.
And I jumped anyway. I don't think I'd do that.
Aren't jellyfish like deadly?
I guess it depends on what kind it is. Well, one of my friends got stung. She got stung by one while we were out there because my other friend had a pee on her foot or whatever. Because, you know, you're supposed to pee on jellyfish
really?
sting. Yeah.
I didn't know.
I think it helped. I can't remember. I just remember thinking, yikes. I don't want her peeing on my leg.
Yeah, who's to say aliens aren't just like jellyfish?
Yeah. I do feel confident that we, as humans, may never fully see like, I just think the senses we have and the dimensions that we live in are limited as to what other types of beings are. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, we see a Tic Tac in the sky, but it's like...
We don't even... What if it's a part of a different dimension or something?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's the other thing that I thought about, which is crazy. Like, okay, this will sound funny, but like think of the well, maybe I shouldn't use COVID. Might get banned. Think of
We can't get you banned from YouTube.
yeah.
Where I don't know where
the
the thing's going, but...
Think of like the virus, like the flu.
Okay.
You're never gonna meet it in person.
Right. It's not like a tangible...
It's not like it's gonna walk in through your front door. It's like, hey, I'm the flu, and you're like, hey, nice to meet you. Like it's in a different dimension.
Right.
It's like
It's a different
microscopic.
type of... Yeah.
Like you're never. Well, I mean, it affects you, but you're not. It's not like something you're ever gonna see.
Sure.
So it's like, what's to say? Like, we're a part of something that we can never grasp.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I think we can understand the concepts of, simple kinematic concepts, like space, time, velocity, just what you can see in the three-dimensional world, but I do think there's some stuff, and it's probably why it's probably just so hard to get it on footage and things because we just, either we're too late because we're three-dimensional human beings, or they're, literally in other dimensions, like you said. Yeah. Or we're just limited as to what we can observe because it's something we don't understand.
Simply a part of something so bigger than ourselves. We just don't even know.
Right.
I mean, we could be in a living being. We don't even know.
Right. We're the flu.
Yeah, we're the flu. Or, what was it? My theory, because you heard about how they got the new telescope up in space, the James Webb telescope.
When did that happen?
Like, I think at the beginning of the year. I don't know.
Oh,
but it's like,
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But it can see further into space.
Gotcha.
And now, like, they're like, what the fuck? Like, everyone's like, our Big Bang Theory, like, is either not real or the universe is, like, billions of years older than we thought. Like, it's the universe.
Because they're able to see further and observe more?
So I'm like, my theory is I think we're just dumb. We'll make a bigger and better telescope in like 50 to 100 years, look even further, and then they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, it still is going out.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep going and going. Like, I just think it's silly that we're like, oh yeah, the Big Bang, and like we know the age of the universe. It's like, I don't think we know jack shit.
I mean,
a bigger one, and
because it's like
we're gonna be like, what?
We're probably so small compared to all of it. How would we know anything?
Yeah, we're probably like looking. If I were to guess, the universe is probably like trillions of years old.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. Or maybe we can't even comprehend. I just find it funny that there's this handful of people who just like claim they know exactly what happened. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think that the public, like, because I feel like watching that hearing about all the alien stuff, it's like, do you think the government is doing the public justice by, like, not telling them what's out there? Because I don't know. I mean, the population's pretty crazy. Like, if Americans got hold of, like, there's aliens. Yeah, we have, like, I don't know. Like, what would happen? Is it ignorance is bliss?
Or I think maybe it's not so much. I think maybe it's just more of like, we don't want our enemy nations to know, because then they might attack us to try to get them, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a war risk.
Like, it's not even about the Americans. It's about world security kind of.
Yeah, I don't even think it's about like
that's
like the general population. I think it might just be like, oh shit, like if China knows we have this like unbelievable shit, maybe they might try to like.
They're gonna send another balloon over.
Yeah. Or something. I don't know. It's just
it was a balloon, right?
Yeah. Or you just don't want. I don't know. It's just like any secret. You don't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's something like the population will go crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 'cause like, you know, I had my brother had a friend. I want to say he was in the Air Force or something, and he told my brother, like, he didn't tell him like what he knew. I want to say he worked in like Arizona. What is it? What's that town that's like known for the aliens? Is it Rock?
I don't know. Is it like the real Area 51?
I think Roswell. Is it Roswell?
I don't know. No.
Hopefully
I'm thinking of something in Nevada. I don't know.
No, wait. That's New Mexico. Wow.
It all is the same.
But it's like known for like alien sightings / I think there is Area 51 either is there or like something like that. Anyway, but I think he worked there, and he told my brother that he didn't tell him what he knew, but he just is like, if I told you what I knew, you wouldn't believe me. And so, because I guess, and I remember my brother telling us, I was like, he didn't tell me anything because like he couldn't. He's like, but just know, like, what I know, you would never believe. I'm like, and what do you know, man? Like, what have you seen?
Be something as simple as just maybe they have advanced technology that we just don't know about yet.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, because the military has historically been ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, I think the military accidentally developed the microwave. If I'm not
really
mistaken. Yeah. Well, like, imagine if, like, you were the first person to know the microwave and you're in the military. I mean, people back then would have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just, like, fry something with a click of a button? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, it really is a weird concept.
No, it's
like,
super weird.
You just stick something in and you push a button and then...
But I know you're not supposed to stand next to it.
And it's like heat waves or something. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's beyond my mental capacity.
Yeah. I'm sure he knows shit that is just like, what?
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the military has capabilities to like look through walls and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Which is kind of
weird stuff that you just don't even think about.
Yeah. In a way it's like comforting, but in also another way it's frightening.
Yeah.
Cuz it's like that's kind of freaky, like that y'all have such advanced technology, but at the same time like if we go into another world war or something, I guess it's kind of comforting to know they have such advanced technology, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a tricky situation. Because China's up to no good.
Yeah.
Over there
well,
doing who knows
the main
what.
problem with China is that they keep stealing all of our inventions. Stop it. But that's the problem, because if they keep stealing our inventions, then it's like an even playing field,
Yeah.
It's like, we don't want that. It's like, stop.
Yeah. I don't know how the Chinese are as, like, powerful as they are with just the way their society is. I don't know.
No, that's their main shtick, is that they have a shitload of spies, and they're just really good at hacking, and they just keep stealing our shit.
Yeah. And they operate out of fear. I guess that pushes them to...
Well, no, they just know how to steal blueprints. They know how to steal... They're very good at... I guess they're very good at, like, reverse engineering.
Yeah.
And they're just good at stealing inventions. So, if you think about it, if you can do that, then you're always on the same level.
Sure.
As everyone else.
Yeah.
But they never invented anything. That's the problem. It's like, stop stealing our stuff.
Yeah.
At least that's how I view it. It's maybe
no, I guess you're right. I mean, we weren't even in the space race with them. We were in the space
they're just very sneaky. It's like they're
losers.
They just like keep stealing our stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not just us. I mean, I think the problem that people have with China is that they're stealing from all around the world. They just steal everyone's inventions.
Yeah, but then we send a bunch of stuff there to get made. So at the end of the day, they kind of win.
But that's the problem. Yeah, that's the main problem. We're kind of like enslaved to them.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
You couldn't have said it better.
That's the problem. It's weird. It's not like what's weird about it, it's not like a typical, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could maybe compare it to a stupid friend who keeps, like, listening in on a conversation, like, gossips about you. No, that's a dumb analogy. I don't know.
They copy your wardrobe. Or you're, like, a very original...
Well, that's a woman thing. We don't give a shit.
You're so right. You're so right.
I don't know why that bugs women.
When people copy you?
Yeah.
I guess it depends. Because somebody could... What do they say? Like, imitation is the highest form of being flattered? Or
I guess
it's
different for men because we just wear, like, suits and ties.
Yeah.
But I guess for women...
Women are more
like a different
complex.
Like, dress.
Yeah, like if someone tries to steal my identity, whether that's the way I look or the way I act, I'm like, get away from me. But I think women take more pride in their, like...
uniqueness or something.
Yeah. Perhaps. Probably not all women.
See, I feel like men, we come walking in, if we have, like, the same shirt, pants, we're like, hell yeah, man. Like, this is awesome.
This is awesome. Yeah. One time I went to a yoga class and I was wearing the same leggings as another girl, and I did point it out to her. I said, because I was like, this is going to be awkward if I don't. But also, as a man, maybe that wouldn't even be awkward. You probably wouldn't have even noticed, right? I don't know.
We would be like happy.
But I was like, hey, we're wearing the same leggings. And then she's like, what? That's cute. And I was like, yep. But probably subconsciously we both were like, that's embarrassing.
See, we'd be like, hell yeah, man, we're brothers. Or some stupid thing like that.
Hell yeah, man.
Like, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Now, there was only one time when I was pissed off, and that was, this was about 10 years ago. I was working in the news industry.
Yeah.
And one year for Halloween, I was going to be Ron Burgundy. And then one of the news anchors was Ron Burgundy.
Okay, see, there you go.
Like, son of a bitch. You son
That's
of a...
my idea.
And then the worst part was, he went viral for his... He did the whole act on news, and then he went viral.
Yeah.
Like, video got like millions of views the next day. I was like, motherfucker! Not only did you steal my costume, you got famous for it.
That's probably why women get sensitive about, like, because if someone's like trying to imitate you, but then they get more attention for it.
Yeah,
as a female,
I
guess that
maybe
like
I for a brief moment could understand.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I deserve the fame for that. Yeah. No, maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, that was wild. I was like, what the fuck? I had the real mustache.
Oh no!
This guy had
he had a fake one.
He had a fake one.
That ain't right.
Like, come on, man.
What are you gonna be for Halloween this year?
No. I don't even know if there's a party going on this year. I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure it out.
Maybe you should host one.
Oh, I could, huh?
You could host a party here.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be a spooky place.
I always like to be something like ugly for Halloween.
Aliens.
I could be an alien. I should have dressed up as an alien for this.
Yeah.
Would have been funny. No, I like to just be something like kind of ugly and more masculine for Halloween, just because most girls don't do that.
Like a guy or something.
Yeah. I make a really good Jesus.
I think you would.
Yeah. I've got a beard in my closet. I can just strap it on.
You have like the perfect hair.
Yeah. Yeah. My hair used to be longer, remember?
I don't know.
You
have like the baby face. Because like Jesus has like the baby face.
Yeah. If I put a beard on and bush my eyebrows up a bit with some, I'm a pretty handsome man, actually. That's what I've been told. So I don't know. So it's pretty funny.
That's a good one.
Maybe I'll be Jesus and then I'll make Steve be Mary. But he wouldn't make a good woman.
No.
Or maybe I'll go with Solo. I don't know.
No, he can be God.
He is my father.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do
that.
How would you dress up as God though? Like if I'm Jesus, how do you?
Doesn't God look like?
He could be one of my angels.
He's got. Well, God's. I don't know.
He's got more like a
No, but God's
Gandalf
like
vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gray.
That's what I was trying to go. Yeah.
Gray hair, not brown.
Yeah, he could pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I could do something from Lord of the Rings. That would be funny.
You could be what's his name? The elf guy.
Frodo.
No, not Frodo.
That's the Hobbit. Sorry, you said elf. I was thinking Hobbit.
Guy. The Legolas? Is that his name?
Does he have blonde hair then?
Yeah, you just have to get a blonde wig. Oh yeah, you can pull that off.
Yeah. I guess. Anyway.
He kind of has like some feminine features.
Yeah. That's true. Those elf men, they kind of look like women.
Mm-hmm.
In some ways.
And then all the women are all attracted to it. It's like, what the hell?
Only in Lord of the Rings, I think.
Yeah. Well, I guess they are fighting. They are killing things. They're not like so innocent.
Yeah. They're probably more masculine than they appear on the movie.
Yeah, they're probably more masculine than...
They just look pretty.
Yeah. But I mean, if you got a bow and arrow and you're killing orcs and all that shit,
Yeah.
Man, I guess that's pretty masculine. It's not like they're sitting around playing with Barbie dolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dinosaurs are pretty weird, though.
Yeah, those are weird. Like big chickens.
Do you think, like... They are. Aren't birds, like, the closest thing? Birds are dinosaurs, no?
Yeah, no, it's
It's
actually...
like the only dinosaur thing left.
Actually, I think recently dinosaur experts were saying that, like, the way that we predict, or the way that we shown dinosaurs as, like, these big lizard-like things,
Yeah.
they're like, that's not accurate. They're just, like, massive chickens. With, like, feathers and everything.
So they were more bird-like than
Yeah,
lizard-like.
just, like, massive birds.
That's interesting.
Because, like, if you look at, like, a turkey or a chicken,
yeah.
like, they kind of look like a dinosaur. Like,
Yeah.
their structure.
Yeah. Well, I went to the, what is it, the National Museum of American History or whatever in New York. And, like, in their dinosaur exhibit, it's, like, all this bird stuff. And then they have this whole thing about how, like, birds are the actual dinosaurs that are left.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also kind of weird because, like, all the dinosaur bones, like, they have, like, tails and stuff. And birds don't, like, have those types of bodies or, like...
It's kind of like, like crocodiles.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, that's true.
Lizards. But I think maybe it was, like, a mixture. Like, the dinosaurs were almost like birds and crocodiles. Yeah. I don't know. This is very primitive stuff.
Yeah.
Just really...
It just seems so weird that, like, they got wiped out.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden humans came into play.
I'm saying it was done on
aliens. Purpose. We might be the aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna give this place a clean slate.
Yeah, just boom.
Boom.
They don't need nukes or anything. We're just like mind read this asteroid to this Earth.
But then it's like, did they wipe? I don't know. Maybe I need to look more into the whole comet that wiped everything out, because did it wipe out the whole Earth, or was it just a region of the Earth that the dinosaurs were on?
Basically, the asteroid was so big, it was like the asteroid was so big, it was like a huge nuke that went off, basically.
Yeah.
And it blocked out the sunlight, and it killed all the plants, and they just starved to death.
So the world just went dormant for a while.
Like, that's why they were saying, like, if there was a nuclear war, that's what would happen. They call it nuclear winter. Like, most of us would just starve to death.
Yeah.
Because they would just block out the sunlight.
Yeah.
So it kind of is the same theory. Like, it was almost like a massive nuke went off.
Yeah.
It's not like the whole world blew up. It was just a section of the Earth was...
Yeah.
So, I mean...
It does seem weird that Earth is like... Like, you look at all the other planets that we're in, like, sync... Well, not sync with, but, like, in our, like... galaxy or whatever, and Earth is like so unique. But I wonder, like, is that just because we're humans and we perceive it that way? Because it's like so much more colorful, there's so much light and all this, like, more stuff going on, water, land, like plants, and all different kinds of species. And then we look at, like, Mars, even though Mars is probably like the next closest thing to that, but it's like not even close. So then it just makes you wonder, like, was Earth, like, made by, like, a species and put there because it's in, like, the perfect in-between, but then we as humans could only live on Earth in our atmosphere.
Well, I mean, scientists have already, like, proven that they've found multiple, like, planets in that perfect...
like in other galaxies or whatever.
Yeah, like perfect, in other solar systems, they found, they're like, if this is, like, perfect distance, detected maybe potentially water on it, they're like, well, that probably has life on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's true. So I wonder if there's other humans, like, are there other human species out there?
Maybe, yeah.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Just depends on what you think about evolution and stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other
Or things that perceive things, how, like a species that perceives things the way we do.
What's even more weird is to think that not only will there be advanced species, but there'd be like multiple different advanced species.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird?
That would be weird. Yeah. Or we're all the dumb people are gonna procreate and we're just gonna all become.
Well, one theory. This goes back to the AI thing. They're like, in theory, if we get so advanced with our technology, we might be able to like clone our mind into like a robot, and then in theory, like live forever. So if we can live forever, we have all the time in the world to like travel the universe. And it doesn't even matter how fast we're going.
Right, because we live forever.
We're a robot.
We become vampires.
Yeah.
Or robots.
So I mean, I guess they're saying that's one way we could travel the universe.
Yeah. I wonder if any stuff like that exists. Speaking of military technology.
Yeah.
But then part of me is like, who's not to say, okay, so like all this alien sightings or like the Tic Tac coming out of the ocean or whatever, who's not to say that that's just like a small group of like really, really genius people, like humans.
Well, that's another theory too. They're like, you never know. It could just be a military weapon that no one knows about yet, or either from us or from another nation, or could just be something as simple as that.
Yeah. They're just trying to keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, because then you've got like these people that are coming to like testify and bring it all to light, and it's like maybe they don't know why it's not being, but all they know is that it's super advanced, and they're like, well, people need to know about it. But then the military's like, no, they don't. The whole world doesn't need to know about it because it's actually us. It just makes you wonder. But a lot of those guys, at least on what I was watching today, they were pretty like high up. So you would think. I think so. Yeah, like the main guy, it was kind of interesting. There was like 2 pilots. And then there was one guy who worked for like the intelligence agency. So he'd never actually seen nothing, but he knew people that were like very concerned, and like he knew, and he had seen reports, and so I don't know like how many people know actually what that is and just are keeping it to themselves, or just being, I don't know.
Yeah, it's wild. Well, okay, I gotta ask you this. Because I saw a podcast that just came out today about this. I want to watch it. But the more people think that the moon landing is fake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you think... Well, they're talking about like the first moon landing, not like the second or third. But like there's speculation...
Like the first one where they put the American flag.
Yeah, there's speculation that one was fake just to freak the Russians out.
I don't know. I don't know. It is kind of weird. I'd like to think it was real, I
mean, and there's part of me that I think it is real, but...
I think compared to, like, what we can do, I feel like, honestly, riding a rocket to the moon and landing on it and getting out and walking on it, like, that doesn't sound that crazy, like, compared to what we can do now. So I want to say, like, well, of course it's real. Like, that's not that great of an achievement compared to, like, what we could probably do now, even though, landing on the moon's really, that's a great achievement. But back in that time, I don't know, who's to say maybe they just faked it because they were, I don't know. I'd like to think it was real, but who knows? Which Apollo was it that, like, failed and it was really sad?
I forgot.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the one where they came back, though?
No, I don't think they came back.
Oh.
Wasn't there one? There's a movie about it. It's really sad. But they, like, took off, and then or maybe some of them came back. I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
No, I think you're talking about, it was back in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they came back. They took off, and then something happened, and basically if they were to land on the moon, they wouldn't be coming back. So what they did was they flew around the moon and used the gravity of that to come back to Earth. It was
Oh, gotcha.
It was something to do, I think. Yeah, what happened? I could be wrong. I don't. What happened was they have the space shuttle that lands on the moon connected to like their space apartment or whatever, and something happened to that.
Oh.
They had to like they had to like disconnect it or whatever, and then they were like stuck in their like vehicle, and they're like, well, we don't have enough. Because I guess what they do is they land on the moon, and the space vehicle thing like orbits the moon,
yeah,
and then they like take off and reconnect to it.
Yeah.
Well, they lost that, so they're like, well, if we land on the moon, we're never coming back.
Oh, gotcha.
So they had to like go around the moon and just like land back on Earth. And they're like running out of oxygen and all this shit.
Right, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. They had to do all this like weird stuff to make sure they like survived.
Yeah. Yeah, because it just seems like to do that now, like if we wanted to go to the moon again, like yeah, we could do that. But maybe it's not that easy, and they're just making it like seem like we're not even concerned about that anymore. Like
yeah, no, it takes. I've watched quite a bit of documentaries of landing on the moon, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And I think the main reason why we don't do it anymore is because there's just so much space junk.
That's true. Space junk is the big thing.
There's like it's just not even worth the risk anymore.
Right. I forget about the space junk and the kind of the dangers with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so bad. I guess it's so bad that if we don't figure out how to like get rid of it, there's potential that we might be like stuck on Earth for another 500 years.
Yeah,
like without
how are you
leaving,
supposed to get out?
Without even leaving, because you have to wait till it like all
Everything
burns up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like imagine that it could get so bad we couldn't even like leave the Earth for 500 years.
Jeez. Yeah, I forgot about all that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was real or not. I mean, like I said, I hope the moon landing was real, but I would also believe it if it wasn't. Do you feel like it wasn't real?
I'm kind of with you. I could believe probably like both.
Yeah.
Both sides. I think it was real.
Yeah.
But I could, if they found out that it was fake, I'd probably be like, yeah, I can see why.
I'd believe it either way.
It was a space race.
Right.
You know, so back then they could be like, well, it'd just be easier if we just like did a fake. Or it could be both at the same time. Hear this out.
I'm hearing it.
It could be that we really did go to the moon, landed on it, but we forgot our cameras to prove that we went to the moon. So
dang it.
So they're like, God damn it. And then they're like, Hollywood, you have to make a movie for us.
Yeah. That's a solid theory.
You know?
It's a solid theory.
Or maybe film doesn't work out in space.
Right.
They're like, shit, but we really did land on the moon.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know.
You never know. You never know. That's funny.
It could be one of those situations where it's like, fuck, no, we really did go to the moon, but we don't have any proof.
Yeah. No one brought their camera.
Or it could be half and half. Maybe we like just orbited the moon and then came back.
Took a couple pictures on the... Yeah, because like some people think the moon...
Yeah.
Some people think the moon is artificial. Which I think I was telling you the other day. Like some people think it's hollow. And on the other side there's aliens.
That's dumb. That's a dumb.
Well, because we only see the same side all the time. Or that someone put the moon there and it's hollow, but from Earth you see the same side the entire all days of the month and year. But then on the other side there's like aliens. Are your parents here?
Yeah.
Have you seen a ghost?
No.
Yeah, I have a hard time like believing them. I think because I haven't had a personal experience. But it could be one of those like different dimension situations.
Yeah.
You know.
Like what if ghosts are aliens?
You're full of ideas. Yeah, I mean, they could be. There was, I was watching a video today of this guy who, like, had all these what he thought were alien encounters, and he finally set up, like, a security camera in his room. Well, then he gets this, like, footage of this, like, tiny little creature, like, looking in his room at night.
Oh, I see that video.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And it's like, is that a ghost or is it an alien? Is that what people are saying and are thinking they're ghosts? But it was like this little creature thing, but it had a pretty enlarged head.
Yeah.
And then they brought in this, like, wildlife.
But I thought it was, I don't know, I laughed at it because everyone's like, that's fake.
What do you think of ghosts?
Well, if there's no reincarnation, maybe ghosts are real.
Oh, yeah. Because then your soul's coming back.
Your soul is still there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've met people that they...
Like, you're probably in and out of a different dimension or some weird shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've met people that have sworn that their house is haunted.
Well, we had some friends, Nick and Corinne. I don't know if you met them.
No, that's actually who was telling me their story.
Yeah.
Nick and Corinne.
Yeah.
We should have brought them in here today.
Oh, man.
They tell their story.
Gotta get them on my podcast.
They had some crazy
my
stories.
Next guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good one.
That would be a good one. But to hear what they said about their experience in their house, it's like, they're pretty, like, normal people. You don't, like...
They're pretty sane, too.
You don't just, like, make that up. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I mean, their stories they have is, like, Hollywood shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's hard for me to sympathize or understand because I've never really, knock on wood, I don't really want to experience a ghost unless it's nice.
I know. So this house is from the 1950s, and when I bought it, I was all excited. I was like, yeah, I moved in. I was like, hell yeah. And then that night, I'm like, I hope to God this place isn't haunted. I'm like, please don't be haunted. It's not.
Yeah.
I was like,
you'd know by now.
There was like that sliver of me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I didn't like buy a nightmare.
They didn't disclose it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I'm fine. It's as boring as can be.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time believing in them. But maybe if I had an experience, I wouldn't. I don't know. Because I think once your soul's done, I don't think it has any desire to want to and be in the world anymore.
Yeah, but for the most part, when you hear about ghost stories, it's always people who were either murdered or like suffered a really bad death.
They were like peaceful deaths, or just normal.
Like peaceful.
Yeah.
And then there's like their soul stays behind.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it scary.
I think I'm also relatively
like it's never like a peaceful death. It's like something like really bad.
Yeah. I think I'm also relatively like sheltered, so I don't like think of like the worst things ever. So I don't know. If you had a death like that, maybe you would want to come back and
But that's
somebody.
where all like the ghost stories. That's where all the ghost stories come from. It's
that's true.
It's never like then passed away from natural causes. It's always like this person.
Somebody was murdered in this house. Yeah.
Yeah, or committed suicide or something like dark.
Yeah.
Just like stay behind. It's like scary.
Yeah. They left too soon. I don't know. They're still really bitter about the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't want to become a dog.
Yeah. But then it's like...
You don't want to be reincarnated as a fish. They're just like stuck in limbo.
They're stuck in limbo. They don't want to come back.
It's like, gosh,
I don't want to go back as a fish. That sucks. You think it'd be worse to be a fish or a dog? What about a fish in the ocean, though? That'd be kind of cool.
I guess it would depend on the fish. I mean, you would want to be like a whale or something, eating everything.
Whale? Would you rather be a whale or a shark?
Shark. Yeah. Shark would be pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, I if I were to choose a pet, I'd probably be a dog.
Yeah.
Or a cat. Pet cat.
Do cats live longer than dogs?
About the same.
I think so. I don't know. Well, cats kind of like, they're more independent. They just kind of go out and explore.
they
But they're
can go
more like
anywhere.
isolated. Dogs need dogs need souls around them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd rather be a dog.
Did you ever see that sad photo of that one little tiny dog? And its new owners were like really like big and fat. And like the meme,
I haven't
and
seen that.
And the meme was, this dog knows it's never gonna walk again.
Oh,
The dog had like this really sad face. He's like,
oh
like
my
the new owner
gosh.
is like huge. Like, this dog will never go on a walk again. Like, this dog knows he'll never go.
No, you gotta send that to me.
It's like such a sad.
It's true though.
It is. Like,
Sometimes
dogs
people
are-
get dogs. Sometimes people get dogs to be more active. Now,
Yeah.
does it work? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
it could
know.
be that they were wanting.
But little dogs can't walk that far, so.
The look on the dog's face is like, oh, I'm never gonna be outside again.
Oh my gosh.
Just screwed
Yeah.
up. Funny.
No, I think it'd be cool to be a bird. At least you could like fly around. I don't know how long birds live, but
Birds.
part of me wonders if like all the beings, like if all their lives
maybe-
feel the same length though.
What if there's a connection between you and your sign?
My sign?
Yeah. You know, like zodiac sign.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on zodiac signs?
Yeah. Maybe that's the animal you'll be.
So I am a Capricorn.
Yeah,
So does
you'll
that
be
mean I'm
You'll be a Capricorn.
like a ram? What's a Capricorn?
Yeah, what's a Capricorn?
You're
No, so I would be.
fact-checkers on that. It's like majority of January, I think, is Capricorn. But I want to say it's a ram. Let me Google it.
Yeah, so like maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe
January.
because I'm a Leo.
January 10th.
I'm a Leo, so isn't that a tiger or a lion?
You don't
So,
even
like,
know.
maybe that's the animal I'd be reincarnated as, is a lion.
Oh. So. Hold on, I'm looking up what a Capricorn.
And then when the lion passes away, then he makes another Leo.
He makes another you?
Yeah.
It's most friendly. The personality of a Capricorn explained. Let's see if you think this sounds like me. Yeah, December 22nd to January 19th. Okay, well, it's known as a sea goat.
I don't know what that
So a
means.
goat,
Oh,
essentially.
you're a goat. You're gonna be a goat.
This says that Capricorn is a mischievous troublemaker. It might seem conservative and restrained at first, but the Capricorn's closest friends and lovers know that the sea goat loves to party. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I stir the pot sometimes. I'm a woman. What can I do?
I guess I guess I just don't know you that well yet. I mean, I know you at the gym, but
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah. I think the most craziest I've gotten in front of you guys was when we went to that beer festival in Caldwell.
Oh yeah. But everyone was crazy.
Yeah, I got.
You weren't the only.
I
you
was
weren't the
really
only
drunk
one.
at that.
Yeah, I was really drunk too.
Yeah,
Well,
Devin was drunk.
I got obliterated because everyone kept giving me their beers.
Well, at the
Beers were,
end.
really strong.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if you were there for that long, but at the end, all the beer people weren't even taking tickets. They were just trying to get rid of all their beer.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So then we were just like,
Yeah, we were just drinking this strong beer. That's where I forgot.
yeah, it was strong too.
I remember the whole day up until that part.
Yeah.
I remember seeing.
Well,
Mike
and then we went and sang karaoke with Jeff and Liz and Mike and Amity,
we didn't do anything.
and I sang like
we should
3
have done
songs.
that. That would have been fun.
Well, we should go back and sing karaoke there. I think it actually would be more fun if I hadn't drinking so much. Pressure and how
Yeah.
they can maybe only survive, and who knows.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
that makes sense.
It's a good conversation.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll end it here, and yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right.